Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Potato, and this is Project Hospital. We're back. We're back. We're, just into day 18, which is relatively nice. We got a little bit of cash in the tank. We've got a significant amount of loans that we currently have taken out, and what we're going to try and do in this episode, as we have been trying to do for a bunch of recent episodes, actually, is really just to try and hit our insurance objectives. Reaching 80% prestige at the end of the day is a pretty substantial, ask, to be honest, but we're going to try our very best to make it happen. We also want to try and get ourselves, slowly but surely, we're trying to work ourselves up to full hospitalization. We have done the general surgery department. We will be working on internal medicine, the bone department, the heart department, and the brain department at a later date, but I don't really think that we have anywhere near the proper amount of money that we need in order to make that happen. So I think what we really need to do is try and hit a couple of our insurance objectives. Once we've hit them, then we'll be in a much better place to enable hospitalization. So that's quite nice. I also do want to get a couple more ambulances, but unfortunately, we don't have any money to buy any more ambulances. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but hey ho. Anyway, once we get into the day, it's going to be the real factor. It's going to be the real determining factor of if we're going to be able to be successful today. We rejigged the entirety of the staff room. I think that was in the last episode. We've also got a whole bunch of janitors. We've got some new lab testing areas. The ambulance has just gone out on a call. That's perfect. Hopefully, with the new waiting area and with the brand new lab facilities, we should be able to hopefully diagnose people's specific tests a lot faster. But that will remain to be seen. Okay, you are in here. You've got gallstones and something else, which I cannot and don't even want to try understanding. But hopefully we'll be able to fix that all out. A collapsed patient is waiting. They always collapse around this area. I don't actually understand why. He's been transported to another hospital. It's not exactly ideal, but hey ho. How are we doing for beds up here? Because I know that our bed situation in the general surgery area has been less than ideal. We're not really conducting operations too often. However, it's still rather irritating that we have to deal with a whole bunch of stuff. You're back in here. Why are you back here? This staff are mean. You're back in here with septic shock. Okay, well that's not exactly ideal. Still apparently waiting on an ultrasound. For some reason, I cannot understand why you haven't had an ultrasound yet. Do we perhaps need more ultrasounding facilities? Truth be told, I don't actually know. Can I transfer you to the general surgery department? I think that is probably a good course of action. Because then, theoretically, it will mean that you can hopefully see an ultrasound here. Ah, you're being operated on. No clear diagnosis. Consider adding more equipment to laboratories. Not much we can do about that. We got a good amount of prestige at the moment. 84 prestige. That's pretty darn high, to be honest. Why were you operated on if there's apparently nothing that we can actually do? Look, I'm gonna diagnose you myself. We're gonna do a PS blood control, and we're also gonna do an ultrasound. Fingers crossed that will at least try and determine. Okay, great. How do we treat this? A laparoscopic surgery. Okay, great. Hopefully that will be done fairly soon. You're going to be taken back to bed, and then you're going to pay us 2,800 bucks. Hopefully we'll have you out within the day, honestly. Hospitalized, idle in bed. Yep, is that going to be done at some point today? Okay, well, I can't really get that done today if we're not gonna. Yeah, okay, so, that's so annoying. If only that was done a little bit. If only if that was done a little bit sooner, then we actually could have made a difference there. But unfortunately, he's not gonna be able to get his laryoscopic surgery. That's a big disappointment. We're gonna have to. I guess we just sort of let him go, but unfortunately he's not going to be he's not going to be able to go anywhere else except another hospital. So he's going to have to go there. Okay, well that's fine. How did we end the day? 62% prestige. I'm fairly certain that we're not going to achieve any of our objectives. We are going to make money, but I think that's a function of the fact that we are a profitable hospital as opposed to not being a profitable hospital. So we're making money, which is nice. Can we get any of this nonsense? Did we hit any insurance objectives? No, we just got a notification about some guy being drunk. That's fine, that happens. It is what it is. How were the finances yesterday? We made 17 grand yesterday. That's pretty darn good. 800 in daily interest. We have an $80,000 loan at the moment, so that's quite significant, I would say. We need 2,000 daily profit at the bone department. We're not really there in terms of profit, I must say. We're making profit at general surgery. We're making profit at internal medicine, but none of the other departments, especially the cardiology department. That's leaving something to be desired, that's for sure. Penetrated spleen rupture and a liver laceration. Okay, you might actually get treated today. You might even be fine by the morning. You need abdominal surgery. Well, abdominal surgery will undoubtedly happen as soon as the morning comes around, and the for goodness sake, we need to get the ICU department up and running. I literally have no idea how we can get the ICU department up and running. I've got to assume it's a prestige-based thing. But we are just losing so many patients and so much money as well. Just down to the fact that we just do not have an ICU. Where are you? PS blood control. I'm pretty sure that is a cardiography unit. I mean, we do have a cardiography unit, but we don't actually have anyone to staff them overnight. So that's probably why you've had a long wait. You've had a long wait because none of those operations are happening in the evening. Which is fine. It is what it is. What I'm going to do actually, just quickly, because I can, is I'm going to put some walls up here so this doesn't look like such a wasted, empty area. Even though the whole area is an entirely wasted, empty area. It's a complete nightmare. Yeah, we've got a cardiology, or cardiography room, should I say, over here. Yeah. Okay, well, I think that, you know, if we're not going to hit our 80% prestige level, because I just don't think we are, our prestige, for whatever reason, will just not allow us to hit. It will just not allow us to hit. It will just not allow us to hit anything, really. We can open the department, but it's not going to make a darn difference, unfortunately. 2,000 daily profit at the bone department. Now, we could enable hospitalization for the bone department. Now, if we were to do that, what would our reward be? It would be a $2,000 government grant if we were to enable, or sorry, if we were to reach a daily profit. I'm not really interested in that. I'm really interested in enabling hospitalization in order to achieve rewards. But if we enable hospitalization in neurology and in the internal medicine department, then unfortunately that will only lead us to getting ambulances. We already have ambulances, but that's okay. Not exactly the worst thing in the world. Let's go in here and let's add a brand new floor. I think we just want to pretty much copy exactly what we've got going on right now. Yep. Let's add another new floor on top of that. Let's add another new floor on top of that. Excuse me? Apparently we can't. We can only have a 4-floor... Apparently we can only have 4 floors. Okay, well that's somewhat of an interesting limitation. I did not realize that there was a max number of floors. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, that just sort of makes us reassess our priorities a little bit. So we've got this floor, which we know is for general surgery. This floor up here, we might have to combine 2 departments, and then the floor above that, we might also have to combine 2 departments, and then the floor above that, we don't have a floor above that. So we basically just need to fit 2 hospital departments onto this single floor. I think that will actually work out all right, because internal medicine and the bone department, as they're affectionately known here, probably won't take up that much stuff. However, we need to enable hospitalization for 2 things. It's neurology and internal medicine. So I suggest that that's probably the first 2 objectives that we try and hit on this floor. So let's go to internal medicine and let's have a look at what we actually require for hospitalization. The problem really isn't the buildings for these later things. They were for internal medicine and for emergency, but I think honestly it's going to be the amount of staff that we need to keep constantly employed. Yeah, we're going to need to have a lot of staff, that's for sure. Anyway, we're probably going to have a waiting room, a split waiting room. I imagine that's probably something that we want to get set up, but that's okay. A diagnostic unit, we'll get a diagnostic unit zoned here. We'll also get the on-call room to be there, the nurse's station to be right there. The operating room can be zoned in for right here. The cardiography unit. Get the cardiography unit to go right about there. Nurse's station, we've got that. The regular ward, we'll get a couple of regular wards down here. And then we'll get a couple of high dependency units right there. Perfect. Okay, so I think that's probably enough to be getting on with right now. Yeah, I think that's probably fine. I don't think that there is anything super specific that we actually need. Let me go to internal medicine. Yep. We've got an on-call room. We've got a common room over there. We should probably get a common room. Yep, that is something that I haven't factored into my equations. Diagnostic unit 8x6. That's a no. That's not happening. An operating room. That can quite comfortably go there. That's perfect. That's pretty much an exact replica of what we got downstairs. Cardiography unit, that is slightly too large, so it means that we're going to have to make that. That's fine. Honestly, that's not a problem. Not a problem whatsoever. Nurse's station. What have we got? What have we got in the nurse's station down below? That's a pretty good model. Unfortunately, I'm not able to copy it, unfortunately. Unfortunately. There. PC. And then we'll get printers because this is an efficient and up-to-date hospital system. Oh my goodness, I'm already down to 9 grand. You probably would expect me to need to take out a loan. And that is... You're pretty spot on with that. Whoops, that wasn't a nurse's station. This is the nurse's station here. So, downstairs. Can we just copy downstairs' model? Because I wish we could, because it's a generic building, right? Apparently we can. I was not under the impression that that could actually work, because I thought if it wasn't If it wasn't a department, if it was a department specific building type, then I thought that that wouldn't work. Anyway, diagnostic unit. Do we have a diagnostic unit on this floor? In fact, I tell you what, we probably already have. Oh, maybe we don't. Maybe we don't already have a diagnostic unit. I thought we already had an internal medicine diagnostic unit, but I may be horrendously mistaken. We don't have a diagnostic unit of any variety, apparently. This will be our... Hold on, that's not a diagnostic unit. Hold on a minute. Have I even zoned a diagnostic unit? Yeah, that is a diagnostic unit. So we do have a diagnostic unit. I thought that was a wee plus. So we've got a diagnostic unit down here. Now the problem is this diagnostic unit type going to be the exact same as the one upstairs? I would wager it probably isn't. This prefab is not allowed in the active department, as I thought. We'll need to build our own one. That's fine. We'll just stick one together in a jiffy. There we go. Equipment cabinet right there. Sure, right over there. You can go on top there. Biohazard bin. Boom. Eye test poster. Medical light. Very fancy medical light, I would hasten to add. So hope these doctors are going to be able to manage to diagnose the problem. Stainless steel stand, sure. Excuse me? Will that not work? Can't be attached to that type of object. Okay, do we need a mobile equipment stand? I know that's usually what you have, but... Do we not have square table? Okay, there we go, that works. Can't find the mobile... Oh, there it is, the mobile equipment table thing. I would prefer to get an equipment table because it just looks a little bit more professional, you know? Let's also get a door right over there. I'm also going to stick a door over here. I kind of like the idea of having two doors. I think it's pretty darn nice. Cardiography unit. Can we copy the cardiography unit that we have downstairs here? That's the real question. I would very much like it if we can do that. We can't do it, unfortunately. Can we copy the either the high dependency unit or the regular old wards? Yes, we can. But we're out of money. So we're going to need to take out a loan. Probably going to need 2 loans. That's okay. That's fine. I know it's not exactly the best position to be in, but, you know, we are where we are. We've got all of these modern beds, so, you know, $5 a pop. It's not cheap. Cardiography unit. Let's just get this all linked up. Sure. We need to get a lab analyzer. Really? In this room? Put that there. ECG. We've already got an exam table. We'll get a medical light right over there. We need to get a USG, whatever the heck that is. Lab analyzer needs to go presumably on an equipment table. There we go. And we also need to fit in an office desk, which we can actually do. Fingers crossed. There we go. PC, printer, biohazard bin. There we go. What do we actually need? We need an equipment table that goes right there. But that, for whatever reason, just won't work. The equipment table needs to be over here. There we go. That works out, doesn't it? Trying to work out why this doesn't seem to be working. And the biohazard bin right over there. Do we need a mobile equipment cabinet? Is that what's required? We need an EC. Oh, that's a brain analyzer thing. Not a brain analyzer. But we need an ECG. That's the problem. Okay, equipment table there, and then ECG right there. Okay, fine. Lab analyzer right there. Okay, does that work? Pretty sure that works now, right? Why is that still showing up as not working? Okay, you need to go there. Okay, why is this not working? This should all reasonably fit together, right? Oh my goodness. This is just a nightmare. There we go. Move you across here. Move you across there. Okay. That works. It works. Let's not touch it. I fixed it. It works. All we need to do is put in a door, and we're good. Put in a door or two, actually, because I like 2 doors. Anyway, that was an expensive and irritating endeavor, but we did it. So now that should be everything bar the high dependency unit. If we go downstairs, we should be able to create a prefab of the high dependency unit that we've got set up over here. I think for internal medicine, it should be the same. It's not like there are many other features to add anyway. To 3 high dependency units. We got 3 high dependency units, 2 regular wards for internal medicine. And with that, everything should be up and running. We're going to need to make sure that we get all of our doctors and nurses up and running. We need a couple of we need a couple of nurses with medical surgery. We need some with. We need a doctor with anesthesiology, someone who can put people out, and we need surgery nurses. Okay, fine. We'll get you, and you would suffice our surgery nurse. Beautiful. Patient care. Yep. Just look for the most expensive person. Oh yeah, we need a 3rd nurse as well. Ugh. We need so many nurses. Okay. That there. That's zoned as a nursing station automatically. Great news. And we'll just get our next nurse over there. Doctors. We've got the ability to get 4 doctors. We need to get doctors that are skilled in internal medicine, I would suggest. Let's get you. We need surgeons. We don't have any surgeons here, unfortunately. Let's just keep hiring doctors until we hopefully find a surgeon. Nobody is qualified to teach us surgery. Or to do surgery, should I say. Oh, no, sorry. Tell a lie. 1 person is qualified to do surgery. But we need an anesthetist anyway. That's great. That takes us in even further into financial difficulty. So I'm going to take out yet another loan. Because, believe it or not, we're actually going to need it. However, we will be profitable at the end of today, which is a small blessing. I would hope anyway. Especially with all of this extra functionality that we're adding. I would very much hope that we're going to be profitable. Yeah, now we need to switch on over and make sure that we've got at least 1 nurse in the evening. We'll get you and then a doctor in the evening as well. We'll get you. Perfect, great. We've now got ambulances. Purchase 1 ambulance, reward 2 more patients arriving in an ambulance per day. Does that affect all ambulances? If that is the case, then that's great. I presume it'll take effect from tomorrow, where we'll have 2 patients. Anyway, what is our next insurance objective? Treat 10 patients per day at the internal medicine department. Now, can we actually see how many patients we actually treated in the internal medicine department yesterday? It would probably be here somewhere. Bookmark patients, hospitalized patients. No. Okay, I'm not gonna faff around with that too much. Not gonna worry about it. Okay, let's just resume and we'll just sort of let everyone go and do their bit. Internal medicine is going to be a very expensive department for us at the end of today, but when we eventually get it done, it will work. So that's half the floor. That's half the floor dedicated to internal medicine, which is great. And now we're going to need to make sure that we get the other half of the floor dedicated to neurology. That's pretty much what matters. We do need to get a what do you call it? A cleaning closet. We should probably just do that before it just becomes an absolute nightmare. Yep, it's not here. It's in the general prefabs, isn't it? I thought there was just general prefabs. Okay, whatever. We could get a common room, and that might be a nice thing for us to do. A neurolab. We don't want a neurolab. We want a. All we want is a cleaning closet. Am I just going absolutely bonkers? I mean, it's a cleaning closet, but it's not an internal medicine cleaning closet, unfortunately. We just take a prefab of this. There we go. Now it's an internal medicine cleaning closet. Beautiful. Let's get some janitors. Sure, the nice and expensive janitors so that we can actually get some stuff done. We're only going to do 2, though. We're only going to do 2 janitors because I don't want to faff around with this too much. Also, a waiting room. I did talk a little bit about wanting to get a waiting room up and running. Let's go down here and let's copy the exact same floor plan as what we've got down here. Because I believe that will fit in just perfectly. We will need to hire someone to do the job, and we will need to zone the room. This needs to be zoned as reception, and then the rest needs to be zoned as internal medicine waiting room. We also need to get a nurse who is highly skilled at being a receptionist. We also need to make sure that we're hiring a lab analyst, someone who hopefully can do cardiology. Or should I say cardiography. Surgery's sorted, you're sorted, that's great. We've got a little bit of extra capacity in the system here. Okay, that's pretty darn nice. We've got to bear in mind that we probably will want to get ourselves some med labs. That's something that we'll probably want to do, but that's something that we should probably think about getting after we've filled the rest of these empty rooms up with the neurology buildings, because we're going to need to make sure that we get all of this stuff for neurology, and that is quite frankly going to be a nightmare. It's going to be very difficult to do, but we'll probably do the nursing units and whatnot up here, get the high dependency units and the regular wards up in this side of things. So yeah, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Anyway, on that note, ladies and gents, thank you very, very much for watching. My name, of course, has been Obodopotato. This has been Project Hospital. I'll see you next time. Bye.